All right, moving right along through chapter 9 with our exploration of fractions. We're going to be on chapter 9, lesson 3, page 519 in your volume 2 Go Math books. And today we are comparing fractions with the same numerator or the same top number. Okay, so the numerator over the denominator, we're going to look at if that's the same. So I can use visual, fraction models, and reasoning strategies to compare fractions with the same numerator. All right, sounds complicated. It is at first. I'm not going to lie to you. And then we discover some things along the way that will make it pretty easy. So let's get started. Okay, so Marcos is at Athena's cafe. He can sit at a table with 5 friends or at a different table with 7 of his friends. The same size spinach pie is shared equally among the people at each table. At which table should Marco sit to get more pie? So he's using his friends here to figure out how can I get more. All right, kind of a freeloader. All right, coming in. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? And then eating off of their uh, spinach pie. So we had 5 friends and 7 friends. Marcos would make 6 or make 8. All right, so 6 friends sharing pie A or 8 friends sharing pie B. So including Marcos, how many friends will be sharing pie at each table? And for right here, we can go ahead and get typed in um, for pie A. That's going to be 6 friends. And for pie B, that's going to be 8 friends. And then what will you compare? We will compare the size of a piece of pie at the 2 tables. All right, so let's get right to it. There will be 6 friends sharing pie A, 8 friends sharing pie B. So Marcos will get either 1/6 or 1/8 of a pie. So now we're going to shade in a section of the pie here. And I could come in and shade this in, but really what I want to do, and there's really not a perfect shape for me to use, so I'm going to kind of use this triangle right here. All right, and get it filled in and make it a bit transparent, at least I think. So there is 1/6. And now let's get 1/8. All right, and now we've got 1/8 here, and we're going to just, again, use that as a triangle. And we'll get that one filled in right there. Which piece of pie is larger? Well, if we take this and kind of move it right over into here, all right, and try to get them lined up, we can see that there's an overlap right here, which means that the 1/6 is going to be larger. All right. We can also, and let's see if I can't come back to this example right here. We can use this example here also to see that 1/6, all right, which was blue, and 1/8. That was red. All right, that the 1/6 is bigger. But we'll stick with this activity and how they're wanting us to look at comparing this right here. So 1/6 is greater than 1/8. Kind of strange. All right. When we look at the numerators, okay, when the denominators were the same but the numerators were different, all we would do is get rid of that bottom number there and then just compare the top. It's the backwards kind of inverse relationship when the denominators are different. Okay, so Marcos, he should, if he wants more pizza, he needs to sit at the table that has the 5 friends to get more. All right, so which pie has more pieces? That would be B. The more pieces a whole is divided into, the smaller the pieces are. So which pie has fewer pieces? Well, that's A. The fewer pieces a whole is divided into, the larger the pieces are. And we'll come back to some examples of that. I told you it'll start off a little bit confusing, and then we'll give you some tools here and it will start to make a whole lot of sense. All right? On Saturday, the campers paddled 2/8 of their planned route down the river. On Sunday, they paddled 2/3 of the route, depending on how you say it, down the river. On which day did the campers paddle further? So 2/8 or 2/3. All right. So here is 2/8. And we'll get that one filled in right there. And 2/3. And we'll get that one filled in right there. All right, place a check mark next to the fraction strip that shows more parts in the whole. And that's going to be this one right here. All right, so we shaded the parts. We're going to compare them. And 2/3 is the bigger one there. So that means that 2/8 is less than 2/3. So the campers paddled further on Sunday. Okay, here's this using reasoning. For her class party, Felicia baked 2 trays of snacks that were the same size. After the party, she had 3/4 of the carrot snack and 3/6 of the apple snack left. Was more carrot snack or more apple snack left over? Well, let's go ahead and see if we can't get this. We could draw it out, but let's kind of continue with what they're wanting to do here. Since the numerators are the same, so, okay, so 3 and 3. 3/6, 3/4. Look at the denominators to compare the size of the pieces. Okay, the more pieces a whole is divided into, the smaller the pieces are. The fewer pieces a whole is divided into, the larger the pieces are. One fourth is larger than 1/6 because there are fewer pieces. So 3/4 is greater than 3/6. So there was more of the carrot snack left over. All right. Before we go to the show and share, I want to take a quick look here. And I said, we'd look at an example and hopefully it would make a lot more sense. Okay. So let's look at a fraction here. Okay. We have the numerator over the denominator. Okay. The more times you divide the denominator, the number on the bottom, into more pieces, then each piece gets smaller. Okay? Let's think about this. Let's say that I had $12. Okay? And I happen to be walking next to one of my friends. So we're going to divide this into two parts. And each of us are going to get half. Well, what is half of 12? That's going to be $6. All right, the beauty here of this pause button and all that makes it easier for me to start over. So this is what we're going to do. I have a new example down here. All right, let's tell a story. All right, and let's say that I have a map that shows me where there are 12 gold rare coins, very, very expensive coins. Okay, but with this map, I don't know the area very well. So I'm going to have someone else help me with this. They're more familiar with the area, okay? And the deal is, hey, listen, I'm going to do half the work. I want half the coins, okay? So in a situation like that, we are now looking at, all right, I'm going to get 6, and the map reader is going to also get 6. All right, not a bad deal. Okay, still better than nothing. But as we go on down this trail, we have to cross a river. Okay, and the person that is in charge of that river says, listen, I know the path that you need to take to avoid any other things. I will let you use my ferry and then help you on the rest of the trip, but you need to give me a part of the treasure. So now, instead of splitting it among 2 people, now I'm splitting it among 3. So, okay, still a little bit better, I guess. We're each going to get 4 of the coins. It's not 12, but it is something. All right, and then as we're traveling along, we find out that the map has some very special hieroglyphic symbols and things like that that we don't know about. But we run into 2 people that say, you know what, we know how to translate that. We will come along with you on your trip, but we want an equal share of your prize of the money. So now I'm splitting this among 6 people. All right, So now, again, I'm happy to be getting something, but this treasure trip that I've gotten on, has made it even more difficult. All right, because now everyone is going to get one 1/6 of the um, treasure. Okay, and actually, that's going to look a lot like this right here. Okay, so everybody is getting 1/6. All right. So as you can see, the more we divided out this number, the bigger that this number got, the less share that was available for everybody. All right. And so that's how that relationship with the denominator works. The more you divide the denominator number into more pieces, then each piece gets smaller. Okay? So think about that as you proceed to this right here, the show and share. You know the drill. Let's go ahead and pause the video, get this done, and then unpause, and we'll see how you did. All right. We are supposed to do some shading here, and I am going to do some copy and pasting because I don't think that I can get it as almost as perfect as I did. So we needed to shade 1/6, 1/6 right there, and we needed to shade in 1/4. So let me get that shaded in. Again, it's a little bit easier to get shaded in when I'm doing the triangles here, but we are easily able to see that the 1/6 is less than 1/4. Okay, we divided it into more pieces, so there's going to be less for everyone else. All right, let's do some comparing here. And here's the question that we just need to ask ourselves. Which one is being divided into more pieces? All right, so let's go ahead and make that kind of our question here. Which fraction is being divided into more pieces? And then the more divided pieces, the smaller the size of each piece. Very profound. All right, we'll kind of put that maybe right down there, see if we can figure this out. Okay, so which one is being divided into more pieces? 1/8. And because 1/8 is being divided into more pieces, it is less. All right, numerator or the top number numerators are the same, so let's look at the bottom. Which one is being divided into more pieces? Well, the 8 is. That means that it is going to be smaller than, or 3/4 is larger. All right. How about this one? 2/6, 2/3. Which one is being divided into more pieces? 6. That means it is going to be less than. Let's look at this one right here. Which one is being divided into more pieces? The 8. So 8 is less than. Okay, 4/8 is less than 4/4. 3/6 and 3/6. Well, if they're the same, they're equal. And right here, which one is being divided into more pieces? 8. All right, the 8 right here. So that means that the 4 is going to be more than the 8. So that is your show and share. Fix what needs fixing, keep what needs keeping, and just keep this in mind, these little nuggets of information here, and maybe I can get those even put into the website for in the section there to help you to remember. Okay? Good luck with your assignment.